Welcome back to Let's Get Tipsy.
I'm Priscilla.
I'm Fernando. And this is a podcast where we get a little bit tipsy, talk about random topics because
we can.
Because we can. So we are back. How was your week?
Hectic, I think.
I think we were just trying to recollect how our week was. Because we
took a hiatus.
Yeah, we took a hiatus. We didn't record last week. But now we're like, what did we do
Yeah.
the week before?
I was going in a college town. I was out with Stacy and another friend. And we were eating and we were going to go to a park. But we were like, we think there's a festival going on. It was for St. Patrick's.
Oh, really?
And we walked by it and I was like, I'm old. I am so old.
Why?
Because you have these random people like underage drinking. You can tell they're like 21, 22. And I realized I became the age that college kids are now younger than me.
Yeah.
Because now that I'm and about, I'm like, oh, that's a kid. Probably 21.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, I'm old. But if I was 21 and we had walked into that festival, I would have stayed in there all night. Till 4 in the morning. But that's not me no more.
Yeah, I think they're always throwing a festival every like week. I swear, because like something's always going on down there.
Valid. What did you do last week?
Last week, I don't even know. Not much. Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, when we canceled.
Technically, to be honest, not much. Literally, I think my weekend was also like not that busy.
Straight up.
Yeah, and even this week we did more stuff, but like I worked all this week, so like I didn't have a day off in between to do anything. So
we were talking about how the retrograde is killing it.
Yeah, I think something is going on because like people have been on one more than usual. So I don't know what's been going on. It was like literally like back to back, and then even our systems at work decided to act up, so I think they got a bit of it too.
No, do you ever get attached at work? We have this old computer, like old, like probably dramatic, maybe like 10 years old or something.
I mean, their whole system was old.
Ours too, but we got a new system, but we have it along with the old system because the old system was like starting to have a bunch of issues. But we always managed to bring it back to life with some tape and some hopes and dreams.
Okay.
And however, with the new machine, it's just different, and I'm used to the old one. And my boss tried to use it on a rush. And now we have a new ticket that I'm like, I don't even know what I'm reading. I don't know what this says. You could have chosen the time to play with it when it wasn't busy.
Right.
And I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, we were like signing in as our clock-in times in the new computer. Because she was like, we're going to start doing it. And I turned to Chivi, my coworker, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Negative. Not for me. She's like, bro, I'm going to use our old computer until that thing rots. I don't care.
Until it officially gives up.
Yes.
No, yeah, we had like a few like upgrades because there's like multiple like apps and multiple things that we use, and it was a learning curve whenever it was coming out, and then also it was still very buggy. It still is, but it's the newer system. But the main system that we use, it's old, and I don't know what was going on this week. Something messed up the system where everything like crashed for like one day. It was like literally the full day, and then the next day was like literally for an hour.
So what else did you, aside from going through hell at work, what else did you do?
Well, I don't even know. Is Sunday considered like a new week? Because I want to say last week or this week.
You can just go ahead and start saying this week.
This week. This Thursday, actually, we got invited to a concert.
That's so fun whenever life works out fun that way.
Yeah. We got told of the concert literally that on Monday.
I remember because I opened it when I was still half asleep, and I was like, I'll open it later. I don't know, man.
Yeah, same. I woke up, saw the message, but I was in the rush to get ready and like go to work. So I was like, whenever I get a chance at work, I'll like respond. And then as soon as I got to work, it was like steady, like busy. So it took me a little bit longer to respond, but I was like, yeah.
There was a follow up, and I was like, oh wait, like. Who is it? Just in case of how much am I gonna like, because asking for a day off because I work until late at night is gonna work difficult. But I mean, let me just ask. What's the harm in doing that?
Yeah.
And then I saw it was like people I actually knew.
Yeah.
And I was like, no crap, that's sick. Now we should all go.
Yeah, I mean, Stacy was the one that invited us to go.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you. And yeah, she didn't even know who who they were. She was just like, I'm going for vibes, and I was like, honestly, that's every time we go. Like, I'm like the past like concerts that we've gone to together, I don't usually know who it is, but I have a great time.
Yeah.
So why not? And then especially after what had happened this week, I mean,
you needed it.
Literally when I got picked up, I was like, this is just what I needed for today because today was rough.
Stacy knew.
Yeah, she knew. It just lined up.
But it was super fun. It was super exciting.
Yeah.
And we were making plans for the next following plan.
Yeah, because so once the concert ended, we went to go get food, and then
I fell asleep.
Yeah, she fell asleep.
I'm a heavy sleeper.
I don't remember exactly how the conversation came up, but it was something relating to the beach. And I think I was like, ooh, I have been wanting to go back. Because me and Stacey went for Valentine's Day, just for funsies afterwards. And then I was like, you know what? We should go back, like I'm talking soon. And she was like, well, I'm not doing nothing Friday night, and I have Saturday. Like, I was like, I'm literally down for tomorrow, aka Friday. So we planned it for Friday, and then we text. Did she text you in the morning, or how did that happen?
Chat,
I think she texted the group chat. Yeah.
But I was like, I mean, I get out late, and y'all were like, okay.
Yeah.
Did we ask what time you got out?
Because you were like, I think when she was mentioning, you asked like, what time? And I was like, I had already told Stacey, I was like, I get off at this time. I'll sit, like, once I get off of work, I probably will like rot for a little bit, like scroll on TikTok, just like to get my energy. But it also depends how much energy I come out with.
Perfect rotting time, though.
Yeah. I was like, we can just wait a little bit and then we can go. And then you were like, well, I don't get off until 10.
Yeah.
So I was like, actually, that's perfect. Like, it just gives us, like, and then Stacey mentioned it last time me and her we went at 10.
Yeah.
So I was like, we can go.
I was like, I gotta go home and shower, though. And I was like, let me just take a quick rinse. I proceeded to take a whole body shower. I'm already taking my sweet time. And Mike was going too. And he was like, for someone that said they were already waiting on you, you're really taking your time. And I was like, anyway, give me my freaking socks because you're just delaying me further. So I don't see the problem here.
Yeah, because, I mean, so what ended up happening on Friday, once I got off of work, I went to my room and then I did what I said what I was going to do. I was just going to lay down for a little bit. I ended up, as soon as I like laid down, I scrolled through a few TikToks and then I saw one of those satisfying TikToks. And then once I see those, I go to the account to see more of it. And then I fell asleep.
As you should, Queen.
And then I slept until like 8, I think, which was only 2 hours, but still, like, I literally woke up and I was like, ooh, ready to go. Like, I have energy now. So,
and you needed it. We got back really late.
We got back at 5 in the morning because I think you ended up getting to my house like at around 11:40, like 11:30, 11:40. I would say
11:40, but maybe give me the benefit of the doubt and say like 11:20.
Okay, 11:20. But yeah, no. You arrived at that time, so we ended up. I remember like looking at the clock before we like drove off, and it was like 11:50. I was like, oh, we're literally, and then we were arriving there like at 1 a.m. So
yeah.
So but regardless, it was still really fun.
It was really cold, and I didn't layer because I'm not smart.
Me and Stacey, when we went, we were like freezing because it was like last minute. We were like, let's go. She still brought blankets because she was like, I'm gonna take blankets.
I know
just
that
in
was
case.
a saving grace.
And so we went, but we literally just had the clothes that we went to go out to eat with. So then when we show up and it's freezing, I'm like, I'm glad you brought your blankets because they did come in clutch.
Me.
So then this time she texted the group chat and she was like,
cover up, guys.
Layer up. And when since we had already gone, I had 2 layers on the bottom, I had 3 layers on top. So when I got to the beach, I was like, it feels great.
I just thought I was built different. I had a light jacket on, nothing, a pair of leggings. I was like, nah, it's only like 40 degrees. I get cold in 60 degrees. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, but I was like, nah,
it'll be fine. And then poor Mike didn't even get notified. So he showed up in sweatpants and a hoodie.
Yeah, but I wasn't cold because Stacey is the planner.
Yeah, so Stacey brought her blankets again, and they also came in clutch again.
And an extra coat. Bless her soul.
I'm telling you,
I would not have been happy.
I literally, the only cold that I felt was my arm because it was sticking out from the chair when I was like going like this, and then the breeze. But I was literally perfect. And
then we made other plans for later this year, which are super exciting.
Yeah, because when we get together, we just start planning.
Like, there's like $2 in the bank account.
Literally.
And we go, you know what sounds freaking great? What are y'all doing next month? Because I've heard there's a concert in California. I know I'm poor, but I'm sure I can save up until then.
Right. So, yeah, we literally made plans already for September. Like, what?
We have plans for a tattoo in May.
Yeah, we also planned for a tattoo. Was there something else in May?
No,
just that.
Man. Probably.
Oh, no, that's April. The food stuff. But yeah, literally, like we already like planned it. We're already looking like we're like it's gonna happen because I don't know why.
I don't know why we chose the mountains.
I don't know. Well, okay. So we were just yapping, and then Priscilla randomly was like, we should go to the mountains.
No, I think I looked at the stars and I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I bet they're prettier in the mountains.
Yeah. And then I was like, for some reason, like when we were getting off the car, and I don't know if it was the movement of putting on a backpack. It wasn't a backpack. It was a chair, but it had straps. I was like, I don't know if it was the movement to do that or like us gathering everything. Like we're going to do something crazy. Which I guess if you picture it, I don't know. But I was like, that just gave off like for some reason that we're going to hike a mountain or something.
That's so exciting.
And then we were like, you know what? The mountains would be kind of fun.
Now I have time to buy hiking boots.
Yeah, so
I don't go outside.
So we literally like immediately she said that. And then
Fernando already had the Airbnb app pulled up.
I was like, okay. And literally started looking immediately. And then we were like, okay, what day? Like, literally, like, conversation just came up. And we're already looking at dates.
We got them, though. Within like 5 minutes, not even.
Yeah.
That's super exciting. However, I already picture it, like Stacey going, okay, guys, how are you guys feeling? And the 3 of us heaving in the back. But our lungs are not built for high pressure.
Yeah.
And high elevation. And then after walking, like 1 mile in, I'm going to be heaving. Doing great.
Because the last time that I went to the mountains, I was like, literally, like, I don't know. I think I was just not in shape, and I still am not. But to hike a mountain. But my brother was going through fine, and then my brother-in-law were like all fine. And then for some reason, I was like,
I'm tripping. I promise.
I was like, like, why am I out of breath?
I'm gonna pretend so good, and you're not even gonna be able to tell I'm dying.
I don't know, because I was like, why can't I catch my breath? Like, you don't realize, but it's also the elevation and everything. Oof, it was bad.
I don't know, but if I see you guys doing good, I'm gonna go, I can't act like a fatty, bro. I need to grow up.
Like, should I go start taking runs now? Like,
oh man, I should.
I think I should too, because I'm telling you, I was like, and I even told myself that time, I was like, next time I come, I'm gonna be better.
Well, it's time to get ready.
We got time.
Hey, it's okay. We got this though.
But I'm telling you, you cannot hide it. Because literally, I was there with them, and then
I'm different though.
Because we were also there with my brother-in-law's brother, because we were taking pictures at the mountains. It was for graduation pictures, and I was literally like, this is so embarrassing. They have to stop for me every once in a while. I was like, y'all can keep on going. They're like, no, we can wait.
Oh my god, that's a
and
nightmare.
I was like, oh.
Abandon me. Let them eat me, bro.
I was like, I can die on this hill alone. Like, y'all want to stop. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, and I'm telling you, I was like, I don't want to stop, but like my body can't go anymore.
Yes, Brent, I think we have to start working out now.
So this is what I'm telling you. You cannot hide it.
Great. Wonderful.
So we'll start training. Training starts this week. Right.
Amen. Right. You have no faith in us. That's fake.
But yeah, so we have a trip planned already, so that's great.
That's awesome. And we're gonna probably vlog the entire thing. We do a podcast next to a bear a little bit. You hear a roar, you know what happened.
Yeah, we plan on filming it. I don't know if there will be another vlog before then.
We'll figure it out.
But
I mean, we can vlog a lot of stuff. We just forget to bring up the camera.
That's true. And I mean, our phones. Like, our phones.
Exactly. We could have vlogged the beach trip.
We could. I thought about that too.
We could have vlogged the concert.
Yeah.
I just fear we just don't be thinking.
Don't.
I took one video of the concert, man.
I took like a few because I was like, just to remember.
Like, I usually do that. But I was over there running along with like a bunch of people.
That's true. Like, you were like, oh, come on. And like, you want to get closer. I was like, I'm good right here. And you kept going like, just to the pole right there. And I thought you meant like going like in front of people by the pole. I was like, no. And then you just walk over and you were like, right here. I was like, that's what I meant to. But yeah, we'll see. We just need to remember because we forget that we have a literal camera in our pocket.
I mean, the tattoos.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so what about yesterday? What did you do yesterday?
Oh, so yeah, yesterday. Okay, so this just happened. Like, what we just yapped about was on Friday. And then yesterday, me and my sister got together. And then when me and my sister get together, we also randomly are like, what if?
What if? Hear me out.
And she mentioned one comment about her, like, really wanting to go to the beach recently. I was like, what are the odds that you say that? Because I just went yesterday. But also, what about right now? So literally we ended up going to the beach yesterday again. But it was way more windy than it was when we went. And literally I was like, I could go one way and then I would go to face where the wind was hitting me and I couldn't breathe.
Oh, jeez.
Because like there was so much air hitting my face. And then the winds were so strong that they were literally like moving me. Like,
you're joking.
Yeah.
What in the world?
And
the chair flies out.
I was like, so I went and did that yesterday, and it was fun. Other than that, didn't do anything today. Today was like, I literally texted Priya and I was like, I'm slacking today. I was like,
I slack every day, man. At this point, I can't say anything.
Yeah, fair enough. I do too. But today was like bad. I was literally like glued to my phone. It was like one of those scenarios when you're on your phone so long that when I walked outside the house, my vision was blurry. I know, it's bad.
I didn't have my freaking phone. Must be nice.
Yeah, on the other hand, Free didn't have her phone today at all.
What happened yesterday? Oh, I went to the park. Because our friends, they have kids, and I wanted to go see the kids. And during... I was just reminded of a story that happened yesterday. Let me take a drink. I need one. Okay, so I wanted to see my friends' kids because they're the cutest things alive. And when we were heading out, we were already running slightly late, but I was like, okay, we're gonna go get boba for everybody. Like, it's gonna make up for like the 10 minutes of tardiness.
Yeah.
I told her we'd be a little bit late. And then we're halfway to Greenville. And then Mike goes, I forgot my wallet.
Oh no.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's fine. Just don't bring it. And he was like, but I want to go buy ammunition. I have a cookout later and we want to shoot guns. And I was like, oh, to be a man. Oh, to be a man. And then so we turn around and I text Diana and I'm like, we're going to be more late, by the way. And then I'm like, okay, well, let's just go get boba. Like, hopefully that makes up a little bit better. And then we'll head out to the park. And as we're driving, he's like, oh, there's a little detour. And then he puts the GPS and I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I see that we're by the park. Mind you, we don't have boba. And I'm like, why are we here? And he's like, we're meeting at the park, right? And I was like, with the boba in hand. And he goes, then why didn't you say anything when you saw me driving straight? And I was like, because you said there was a detour. And he was like, yeah, I thought the park was a detour.
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, oh, my Jesus Christ. You know what? Fine, whatever. Just go get boba right now. We're going to be like an hour late.
No.
It's fine. And then we call them and they're like, no, guys, don't worry about it. And I'm like, oh, you pissed me off. But okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It'll be fine.
We go back to the park. And we can't find a parking spot. And we're driving, and I'm like, I know this parking lot nearby. Where? Right here. Passes it. I'm back there. But it's fine. I know another one.
It's fine.
Do you know her parallel park? Yeah. Then why did you not park in the 5 spots that were empty back there? Oh. I didn't think about it. So where's the parking lot? And I was like, you just passed 2 more empty parallel parking spaces. It's fine, just go to the parking lot. And then he keeps on driving. And he's like, oh, I see a spot. We passed the parking lot. You do? Because I saw like 10, man.
Yeah,
and
meanwhile you're passing.
It's like a mile away.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, you know what?
It's fine.
Send? Like, why would I make a fight out of this? Like, I'm just being angry. I just have like anger issues. That's on me. And we're walking back to the park, trying to find our friends, trying to find the kids. We look at the park and enter, and he's like, are we allowed to go in? And I was like, yes.
Yeah, you are. It is a public park.
But I was like, bro, when they really say just listen to your wife, why don't you listen to your wife?
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Most of the arguments go, if you would have just done what I told you the first time. But no, you want to go ahead and try it the other way. And when it doesn't work out, you could have saved yourself an hour. Whatever. Anyway, so that was a good time. We get back, we hang out or whatever, and we get back, and he's like, oh, do you want to come to the cookout? And I was like, what are you guys gonna do? He's like, shoot guns. Oh, play FIFA. Oh. Is any girl gonna be there? No. I'm okay. I'll stay home. You go. You have fun. I don't care. And he goes and does his thing, and I stay back and I sit on the couch and I write my little story.
Oh.
So it went well.
That's
and
good.
then today, I was out and about and spotted Stacy in the wild.
Stacy in the wild.
But yeah, and I forgot my freaking phone.
Yeah.
Me and my friend have like a little book club of 2. And she's telling me about this book, and she goes on and on and on. We arrived to Barnes & Noble to buy Sunrise on the Reaping, which is the new Suzanne Collins book, which is the Hunger Games series.
Oh.
Which I'm super excited for. I'm already like 100 pages in, and I just bought it today.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any in Barnes & Noble. Anyway, I find out that I don't have my freaking phone, and I forgot how reliant I am on my freaking phone.
Yeah, because she was telling me this story a while ago, and I was like, how did you not realize until then?
Because I needed it then. I was like, oh, Apple Pay. Oh. Let me call. Oh. And I forgot I was a chronic Googler, because everything that Abby would like doubt me on, I'm like, I can Google. No, I can't. You know what? Never mind. Don't believe me. I don't care. Just whatever.
Because even like when you got in the car, do you not play instantly like put your music first?
She was driving.
But wait, I thought you drove to her house.
Yeah, and I had my phone in my car.
Oh,
and they were made in my car.
Right.
In my hot car. That poor thing.
Oh my
It was fighting
god.
for its life. I got back in the car and it was
How?
on 15%.
How it did not overheat is crazy too.
It was about to.
It was about to though.
It was struggling. It was fighting for its life. But that was fun. And then I got back home. And for some reason, I don't know why, every single time that we hang out, I'm like, Fernando's going to be on time. For sure. Even though I'm always late. But I always feel bad because I feel like I delay us. And then you're also late.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
I was gonna say. I
Never
don't know.
mind.
When you went out with Abby texted me to be like, hey, she forgot her phone. She'll be home like around 6. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, that's fine because I still haven't gotten food and like to get ready anyways. And then it was 6. And then it was 7. And then I was like, okay, well,
I guess I got
she said around 6. So I was like, okay, so she should be home by now. And I texted you to make sure.
When I saw that message, I was like, oh my God, he's on the way. Oh my God, I'm in bed. Oh my God. Like literally, I was in bed. Everything was a mess. This wasn't set up. That wasn't set up. Everything was even dirtier than it is right now. And I was like, oh my God, he's on the way. Jesus Christ. And then you're like, I haven't eaten yet. Great.
Yeah.
I'll take a nap.
Yeah. I was like, I still haven't even gotten food. I've been slacking on days, so I'll be there, but like not yet. So yeah, I went to go get food and then eventually showed up. But yeah, I mean,
it's us.
it's
What do you
us.
say?
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was pretty cool. Now we're here. Now we're chilling. Now we're back on our groove. And for some reason, topics came up in the car. Maybe before we start recording every day, we should just kind of hop in your car real quick.
Take a quick drive.
Yeah, and come back and be fresh-minded.
Yeah, because so I show up and then I forgot something. I forgot the charger to the dead computer, so we had to go get the charger right quick. And then on the like drive, like we like randomly we're talking, and then we're like, what are we gonna talk about today? And then suddenly ideas were coming, topics were coming. But if we were to be sitting in these chairs,
I don't know. What do you have to talk about? Can you
we'll
think
be
of
here.
anything?
Let's Google it.
Yeah. And then we arrived and my monster of a cat had adopted Fernando's book bag and almost ate his arm off.
Yeah, I almost lost my hand.
And that was terrifying when she bit you or tried to bite you because Stacy's cat had bitten him.
Oh yeah,
And he had to go to the hospital.
he did.
Yes.
She
So-
called me a while ago too, but she was just like, "Do you know anything for this?" And I was like, and then he was like, "He's allergic to this," and it was the one medication for that. And I was like, "Oh,
So me seeing my cat like starting to grip at your hand, I was like,
yeah," because I was
not
just
right
like,
now, man.
I was like, I can just like push her or like move her over. And she was too comfortable on a book bag, which had stuff in it. So I don't know how she found it comfortable.
We tried to push her away, and then she'd claw at us and get back to being comfy. We should have taken a picture.
Yeah, she was like literally so comfortable, and she's still laying on that spot.
She's mourning the book bag.
Yeah, but yeah,
But I was like, ain't no way we're both scared of a freaking cat right now.
it's already gone.
Oh, sweet.
Literally, where? Oh, right there. It was literally the smallest thing. I don't know if that was already there. Maybe, I don't know.
If you need
But-
to ride to the hospital, I'll go with you.
But yeah, she found the book bag really comfortable apparently. But the topics.
Yeah, but I'll tell you the topics. I was reading this book, and this
Okay.
main character was like, the lead other character was like, let's go to the hospital because she had a knee scrape because I'm talking about injuries and it reminded me of this. And she was like, no, it's fine. And in her brain, she was going, I don't have insurance. I gotta be in death's door for you to take me to the hospital. And I am exactly the same. If I pass out, hey, wait me out.
I know.
Like, wait it out. You don't have to call the ambulance.
No, please do not call an ambulance. I do have to go to the hospital, take me at the very minimum. But I'm the same way. I'm like, I would literally have to be like dying for you to take me to the hospital because I also don't have insurance, which is probably a bad thing. But oh well.
Haven't died yet.
Haven't died yet.
Knock on
I
wood.
haven't needed it yet. It's worse than that. But yeah, like, because I feel like people like instantly like get sick or whatever, and they're like, oh, let me go to the doctor so they can get me this or whatever. If I'm sick, I'm using whatever I can before. I am not going. I'm telling you that.
I sprained my wrist.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was just like, you know what? It'll heal on its own. What are they gonna do? Just tell me to rest it?
Exactly.
I'm fine. I'm fine. The only reason I knew it was sprained was because Mike's cousin worked at a hospital.
Yeah. But yeah, literally the same. I'm not going.
Negative.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. I don't care. But I finally made an appointment just for a routine check. But ugh. So Selena Gomez's album just dropped.
Right, which I didn't even know about until we took that little drive to go get the charger, and oh my god,
I love that. I love that. She's a queen, and her fiance Benny Blanco wrote it. Lovely. Isn't it like Justin Bieber's gonna watch this podcast, so I really don't care.
Yeah.
What I say about this.
Yeah.
But their lore goes insane. Like Hailey Baldwin had been at every single one of Justin's interviews.
Which is crazy.
Like in the background, you can see her lurking.
I had seen small clips on TikTok about that. I can't remember exactly what scenario it was that they were bringing this up, or like what had happened at the time. But it was like she was a fan since the beginning.
Yeah, and then she had the audacity to act like she didn't know about him.
Oh my god.
Whenever they asked about it, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I didn't really like know about him that much." Girl, you were stalking this man.
You were asking your dad, no?
Yeah, and like, there's fan pages that had come out and said that Hailey would ask them where Justin was, so she could like either book a night at the same hotel or eat dinner at that hotel, and hopes in running into him.
What the?
And it's theorized that she befriended the Jenners, so Kylie and Kendall, to get closer to Justin because they were close to Justin.
Oh.
And slowly she creeped her way into her life. And like me personally, like I've been like a little Justin Bieber fan since I was like 11. So I always loved him with Selena Gomez. They're freaking adults. They do they. But I like thinking of the lore. I'm a common human. I like seeing this.
Yeah.
And I mean, Ghost of You, man. The Justin Bieber song, Ghost of You. I can't be close to you, so I'll settle for the ghost of you.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that would hurt. That would hurt. And then,
that is crazy.
Selena Gomez and I needed to lose you to love me.
Oh.
Talking about in 2 months, like it was all gone. He proposed to Selena Gomez twice. And she said no. And then 2 months later, he was engaged to Hailey. And I fear is that taxi theory in which guys are like, they're ready when they're ready and it doesn't matter who. And then he came out in interviews after his marriage and he's like, I thought marriage would solve all my problems, but it didn't.
Really?
Yes.
What the?
And he was...
That is crazy to say.
I know. And there's been interviews where he was like, yeah, I just kind of showed up.
To like the wedding?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he looked so distressed in his wedding clips. And Hailey, like, she played the long game. The long freaking game. And then people were like, oh, since she's rich, it's like a relentless love story. But if she was poor, it's a stalker story.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true, yeah.
In the new songs, they can say whatever they want to say. I'm common folk, so I'm going to believe what I want to believe. She literally put, I love him and he loves me, and like, go cry alone and you're embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, even the name of the song, like, what was it? How does it feel to be forgotten? That, and then the embarrassing part, because he has, like, I mean, a lot of people have said it before, where he wears like crazy outfits or like he's doing crazy things. So like, the embarrassing part, like.
And now he's posting Hailey constantly on his Instagram as of right now.
Oh.
And he posted a picture yesterday, no, 2 days ago, saying, I got anger issues too, but I want to grow and not react so much. Shake my head. Then he was like, I think I hate myself sometimes when I feel myself start to become inauthentic. Then I remember we're all being made to think that we're not enough, and I still hate when I change myself to please people. And then he posted a picture of Hailey. Many pictures of Hailey. And a bunch of people theorized that, like, Hailey's posting those pictures herself.
Right, I was gonna say, it was like, do you think she was like...
In one of the story captions, he used the painting nail, like, thing. Like, unbothered with the painting nail finger, like, thing. The emoji. And everyone was like, no man uses that. No man is gonna post that.
True, yeah.
That was Heyyy posting that. And the most embarrassing one is that Heyyy has a history of like pretending that Justin is recording her.
Oh,
Because of that video and the reflection where she's going like this and she's like, stop.
Yeah.
Bro.
That is crazy. I mean, it could just be her.
I mean, I fear that they're too rich and I would never know.
Yeah, that's true.
But a lot of people are like, don't they have a kid to worry about?
Oh, yeah. Don't they?
They do, but I don't know. It's a whole mess.
That is crazy. I know, because, I mean, I just listened to the lyrics a while ago, and just the lyrics alone is crazy.
And the fact that Benny Blanco wrote it with Selena.
Exactly. That was the other part. Like, what?
That's so messy, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love to be a witness.
Yeah, it's nice to spectate.
But Selena's a queen, and she's doing good, so whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're rich. We can't ever touch them. And
Right.
who's going to touch them? So I guess they're unbothered enough.
They're fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah. So moving on. This is so random, but do you have any conspiracies that you believe in truly and genuinely?
Genuinely, I don't know, because some of them are very, like...
Out of pocket?
Out of pocket. Like, I find them interesting, and, like, I will hear you out, but I don't know if there's, like, one that has me fully convinced.
I don't know. I've heard some crazy ones. The one I'm fully convinced on, you can say whatever you need to say, is that Princess Diana was killed.
Oh, that one? Yeah. I mean, that one. And then, well, I don't know if that, like, even, like, all the high-ups, like, whenever they get killed, it's conspiracy, like, this happened or this happened. So, I mean, into that, yeah.
But and also, Michael Jackson, didn't he say, if I die, I didn't, like, no, I don't know if it was him or who, but someone was like, if I die, it wasn't an accident.
Yes.
And then they died soon after.
I did hear that before, but I don't know exactly who it was.
I don't know. But, within...
Oh, yeah, what that led to.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Within the realm of similarities, you know Y.M. Nelly, the one that, like, wrote Murder on My Mind?
I know the song. I don't know who.
Apparently he's in jail for suspected murder.
What?
And apparently he's been in jail for the past 5 years. Where was I?
Where was I? I know. I mean, even like I remember seeing a YouTube video and they were like referencing Mr. Mosby from like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and then she was like, "Do you know he got arrested?
What?
He has manslaughter charges against him, but it's because he like ran someone over. I don't know if it was like an accident or what.
Well, he didn't get the print, huh?
Yeah, but I was like, what the like, what is going on?
Oh my gosh, where am I? I think I keep up with stuff pretty well, but then things happen and I'm like, jeez.
Yeah.
Apparently one person can't keep up with everything. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Stacy, you just texted us that you're excited for our tattoos. We were just talking about them.
Yeah.
Funny that you mentioned. Me too.
Me too. Me too.
What am I going to get? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'll figure it out when the date gets closer.
We were talking about it the other day too, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know. Maybe I'll fill out some of these gaps. Maybe I'll get 2 little ones instead of a big one.
I also want to get another little one. Like, I'm still filling out my legs, so another little one.
So, also, what led to the other topic was we were talking conspiracies, and apparently Fernando doesn't know that a bunch of Disney stories are based on like different stories.
I did not know that. Like, she gave me a little bit of information on some, and I was like, what?
Name one and how lower drop.
Yeah. The Disney movie?
Yeah.
Bro.
Like a princess movie. I
don't know.
But like, come on, you gotta like know. Just say the color of the dress and I'll figure it out.
The only princess movie that I randomly remember watching was Frozen for some reason.
Let me see if there's lore on that one. We're not gonna do Frozen. I don't know Frozen lore.
Okay. What other movie is there?
Oh yeah, Fernando didn't watch Disney movies growing up. That's crazy.
Yeah, she asked me a while ago, and right now, and I was like, I don't know. What about The Little Mermaid?
Oh, I know this one. Did you know that The Little Mermaid actually dissolved into water?
What?
Like the whole story.
Dissolved into water?
Yes, this whole story is that the real story is that this little mermaid, she wants to go and find the love of her life because she saw him once. Teenagers, am I right? And she goes off against her father's witches and makes a deal with Ursula, the sea witch.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets legs in exchange for her voice. And then she meets the prince. They become besties. But then Ursula uses her voice and pretends to be like the person that saves him, because she saved them in the beginning. That's why she knew him.
Mm-hmm.
And they end up falling in love. But then he agrees to marry Ursula. And then to save him or something, she turns back into a mermaid and leaves. But then he, like, her dad grants her the wish to, be, like, get legs and go back to Earth. I don't know, man. She was 16. That's crazy.
What?
I'm telling you. She was like, I'm 16. I know what I'm talking about. As a 24-year-old, I'm like, girl. Girl. That's a grown man.
Is there another interesting one that you know?
No, that's the real story. Like, that's the Disney story, but I haven't told you the lore of the story.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I named whatever princess I could picture, but I don't know the story. So.
I know. I know story. I don't know story. So it says that the lore behind Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid is a lot darker and more tragic tale than the Disney version, focusing on a mermaid desire for an immortal soul rather than love, with a bleak end where she sacrifices herself to avoid him harming the prince, who marries another. So in the original one, the prince marries someone else, and the witch's deal makes a deal with the Sea of the Witch to gain legs and live on land, but the great cost is to cut her tongue out. And every step that she takes feels like she's walking on ice. So in the real story, Eric and Ariel marry and they have a happily ever after. The tragic ending is that the prince falls in love with another woman, and the mermaid, unable to kill him as the witch's deal requires, chooses to dissolve into sea foam, becoming a daughter of the air, who can earn an immortal soul after 300 years of good deeds. So she dissolves into sea foam.
What?
And obviously everyone knows the Pocahontas story. She was a 12-year-old girl, and John Smith kidnapped her and took her to the New World, and then she caught a disease and died. She died.
What? I don't know. If I need the whole story, it would make more sense. But but yeah, I just never watched a lot of Disney movies, even the ones that recently came out.
So what did you watch growing up? If you say YouTube, I swear to God.
Well, let me stay quiet. No, obviously, when I was little, I was watching like the Disney Channel, and like we talked about it before.
Oh yeah, we have. Kick Patowski.
Yeah. But then after that, when I got my first like ever electronic, it was YouTube, and then like Vine when it had to come out.
Bro, I didn't tell you. How my coworker was like, you know when you used to watch Vine compilations? Yeah. And I was like, girl, I didn't have to watch compilations. I remember sitting there on Vine.
We were part of it, yeah.
I was literally thinking over there about the other day about segways.
Segways?
Like the little like the segways people used to use, and how popular they were.
The hoverboards.
The hoverboards. What the f- are segways?
Like
segways are. Just kidding. You know what? You know what?
I was like,
But they really thought that was gonna take over walking.
That is crazy. Did you ever ride one?
No, I never learned how to. You did?
My cousins got one time, like during this time when it was popular, and then they came over on Christmas because it was like family from Georgia, and we were like, whoa, like
technology.
Yeah,
we're in the future now.
And
this
literally,
is it, guys.
Everyone like tried it, like, and it was fun.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
I never figured it out. I fear I have no balance.
Well, you say that, but you can skateboard.
That's different, man. That one has two wheels on the sides, and I can fall face forward.
That's true.
In Mike's family group chat, they were saying, guys, we should start a podcast. And I was like, bro, if y'all knew how hard it was.
Yeah, everything that goes into it. Like, maybe just keep the conversation in like a family gathering. Because
I knew it was like gonna take work. I didn't think it was gonna be light. No, yeah, I thought it was gonna be light work. I really did. Because whenever I said I could do social media, and I was like, I feel like that's not enough. And then I'm slacking like a mother on social media.
I'm lacking, and then I'm still like, am I doing enough?
Then we're both in the same boat. We're great. Because I think the one week I didn't post anything, it was the 1 week that you like took a 2-week hiatus, and I was like, you know what?
Bro, we just took another week hiatus.
No, I'm talking about like posting.
But we haven't posted this week. Well, I haven't posted this week.
Take your time. I haven't barely posted anything.
Our outro needs to be updated to every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But
it's fine.
This week was rough, though.
We lock in when we need to.
So.
And besides, you taking longer to edit gives me more time to post.
Until you run out of content.
But I haven't yet.
Okay.
Anywho, no, so lately, well, Mike was telling me that he was telling some of his siblings that I've been really into the song Siete Días by Tito WP, which is a Hispanic artist. And I was like, Siete Días is basically translates to 7 days. It's a good song, but I listen to it casually. It's on my likes, but it's not like
you're going for it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, Siete Días, and he starts playing it. And I'm like, oh, I mean, it's a good song, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite nowadays.
Yeah.
And he was like, but you always play it. And I was like, who else are you riding along with? Jesus Christ. And he's like, well, I mean Spanish. No, I was like, lately the only songs I've been listening to is the Encanto playlist. Me and We Don't Talk About Bruno locked in. And he was like, yeah, I know. I'm just talking about like Spanish songs. And then I proceed to play the Spanish version of We Don't Talk About Bruno because I'm also listening to that one. And I'm like,
that's the Spanish songs that you're listening to.
Because literally, okay, yeah, so I've been into those songs. So I was like, I don't know where he got that from. Like, Tito WP is pretty cool, but I wouldn't say he's my favorite artist.
True. I really like his music too, but yeah.
Like, I have a lot of more songs, obviously. I was over here talking about No Se Habla de Bruno, bro. And the thing is, I would listen to the Spanish version, but sing the English version because it's the only version I know. But I like the vibes of the Spanish one. Yeah. And Mike is like, the vibes that you're singing over. And I was like, you don't get it. You do not get it.
Yeah. That's like, there's a Shakira song that I heard in English one time because it came up and like we were randomly like it was on random and it was like going through.
Was it Loba?
Yeah. Yeah.
That one hits me too.
And it started playing on English and I was like, this sounds weird. And then I had to go and switch to the Spanish version. I was like, okay, this is how I remember it.
This is the number one.
And then even when we went to the like Pitbull and what was
Enrique Iglesias.
Enrique Iglesias and Ricky Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Martin was playing songs in English and I was like, why do I recognize that song but not like this? And then I realized because I heard it in Spanish.
How are you messing up your own song, man?
Yeah.
How are you doing this to me?
But yeah, so I get it. It makes sense.
But yeah, and for one of my last things, I realized I'm clairvoyant.
You're what?
Clairvoyant, meaning I hope it means I can. I just be saying random words and hope they stick. But I can see the future because like a couple months ago, I told my friend, I was like, because this friend, he has a very private life and he just minds his business and he just does his thing. Mm-hmm. And I've known him since he was like 15. I was like 16, 17. And he's only had one girlfriend, like one true, real girlfriend, like that he loves, you know?
Yeah.
And everybody else he kept to himself. Like he didn't really talk about anyone or talk to anyone. And if he did, he kept it very private. And I was like, I feel like when you lock in and you actually date someone for real, they're gonna be someone that like hate everything about you. And he was like, what in the world? What are you talking about? And I was like, no, like you like trucks, she's gonna hate trucks.
Oh.
You have this attitude, she's gonna hate it and she's gonna tear it down. You like guns, she's gonna hate guns. You like going out and drinking, she's gonna hate that about you. And she's like, and I was like, I feel like there's gonna be like an enemies to lovers trope. And she was like, you watch too much K-dramas. And I was like, all right, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I that's just how I see it. That's what I think. I think that you like someone that's completely opposite of you. And he was like, You know what? Shut up. And I was like, okay.
Okay. We'll see.
3 days ago in the group chat, he was like, all right, who do I owe money to? And everybody was like, huh? He's like, someone predicted my love life. And I think it was Priscila. And I was like, all right, pay up.
Pay up.
Pay up. Because I called it and you almost beat my ass for it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I just got a vibe, man. I got a vibe.
Yeah, my sister has had a lot of scenarios like that where she has like certain like a dream or something like very vivid and it comes true. And then we've talked about it before where my mom is like that too. But yeah, it's crazy. But we just call her a psychic.
I hope I'm not. My dreams are messed up, man.
Yeah.
I be dreaming of the end of the world.
Yeah. We talked about it, dreaming.
Yeah. I have a lot of nightmares, but they're very interesting. I wake up and I'm like, someone should write that. That'd be a good story.
I feel like I did have a random dream, but I feel like I haven't been like having dreams lately. Like usually I have like stuff like just random dreams, but I haven't had anything recently. And which is odd because I've been having more sleep lately.
Maybe you're relaxed.
Maybe I'm too chill. Like
maybe I'm just chill like that. I'm just chill guy.
But then I still wake up like sleep deprived, and I'm like, why?
Right. I just figure that I'm just gonna forever be sleep deprived, and I'm suffering the price of me sleeping like 1 hour a day in high school. And now I'm just kind of bearing the cost.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, I haven't had any significant dreams. And then the one random dream that I did have recently, it was like pointless, and I can't even remember what it was.
Did I tell you the end of the world one I had?
No.
I'll tell you that one after the podcast.
Okay.
I feel that would take not too much time, but just time. I do want to say, who the hell's Tate McRae?
Tate McRae. She was on like, what's that one dancing show?
Dancing with the Stars?
No, like Dance Moms, I think.
Oh.
I think she was there because, okay, I don't know much of the lore, but she was there, and then I don't know if you've ever seen her, but the like main dancing with the something like that. I'm getting the name wrong. I know. Don't tell me. But there's a lady. The main lady there is called Abby, and she had recently done an interview, and they asked her like, oh, like what does she think about her? And she was like, I actually just saw her at the store, but she didn't say hi, didn't say anything. But Abby is known to be like a very person.
The only thing I know about Abby is JoJo C was saying like that she's great and everybody else being traumatized.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I think she was on there, but she was always looked down on, and then like that she would never amount to anything. And now she came out. She's a artist, I guess. I don't know for how long she's been making music for, but in her most recent song Revolving Door, she like made a music video to it, and she was like full like dance moves and everything, and people were like, whoa, like I know she
just the Dance Moms.
Yeah. No, I think they had acknowledged that she was like that on Dance Moms, but like I said, like Abby and like all of the judges and everything always like looked down upon her. I may be wrong. Fact check me. But but yeah, and then now like in that most recent music video, she's like full like dance move, and now like it's a TikTok trend to try to see like if you can recreate the video itself. It's really good, like the way like she's dancing and everything, like all the dance moves and everything, really good. And then they were like, yeah, you can tell that she used to be a dancer. So but yeah, that is the most recent thing I've heard. And then I mean, she's made other songs that were like a TikTok sound on a sound on TikTok.
Because apparently my entire social media thinks I love her.
Really?
I'm not saying she's bad. I just haven't gotten around to listening to anything of hers. And then Spotify was like, your top picks. And it was Tate McRae. And I was like, who is that? Because it was like Stray Kids, which I listen to every day. Like something metal, which I listen to every day. Something Hispanic, which I listen to every day. The Encanto soundtrack, which I listen to every day. Like things that I recognize. And Tate McRae. And I was like, what? I've never even listened to her. I click on her profile like the third time it pops up after like a week. And I'm like, I have one song, Light, by her, and it came out in 2020. And I'm sure it was one of the TikTok sounds.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so weird. Unlike the song, because I was like, stop showing this, because my day list or something I want to click on the first thing when I hop in the car, and I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay. Then TikTok started popping up about Tate McRae.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this girl? I'm not hating on her. Like, I'm sure she's successful, and I'm sure she's doing great, and I'm sure she's a good artist. I just don't know her.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, weirder.
Weirder.
Now she's popping up on my TV, YouTube.
Like recommended?
Not even her song, just like Tate McRae lore.
Oh.
And I'm like,
yeah. I guess because it's trending right now, but why would it pop up on your Spotify if you never listened to her?
I don't know, man. I'm just kind of like, life. Maybe I need to listen to her, because life keeps pushing her into my life.
Yeah, it's trying to get at something, I guess. But yeah, no, because I remember I didn't know who she was until we went out a weekend, and Shamara requested to play her song, and then that's when all the lore dropping came down. Like then that's when TikTok was like, this is who she is. So yeah, and then I watched the music video because everyone was like, the music video, and I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. And then I saw behind the scenes too, so I was like, oh, I want to see what that looks like in the video. Because they were like they did all of this for it to be like a 5-second in the video. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, it was 5 seconds.
Maybe since you're looking at it, the world thinks that I'm looking at it.
True, yeah, probably. But I haven't
So
I told you, it came up on TikTok, and then I'm to blame. It came up on TikTok, but then I didn't look more into it. It just kept popping up, kind of like the Ash Trevino stuff. Like, it just randomly pops up in my feed. Like, it's still randomly, like, it hasn't updated me anymore, like, as much, but it'll randomly like throw one in there.
Screen.
So.
So, yeah. So now I'm glad to know who Tate McRae is. Yeah. Now my phone heard me, so now I don't doubt it's gonna pop right back up.
It's gonna be even more recommended.
Yeah. Whoops. But sure, I mean, I guess if life is pushing her that hard, maybe I'm meant to listen to her. Who knows? But, dude, no, we've talked about this before. We're not shoe people.
No.
We're not shoe people. I'm not a shoe person at all. Like, what?
I think it was one of our most, like,
recent.
Earlier.
Oh, really?
I think so. I don't think it was.
It might have been at your house.
Yeah, because I remember we talked
Pointing
about
at the Vans and stuff.
Yeah. We're not.
Like, at all.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I said this, if not, well, I'll say it again. I was planning to coordinate an outfit with my friend, and she was like, do you have New Balances? And I was like, girl, I don't even know what those are. And I'm like, do I look like I have New Balances? You've seen the same dirty Vans that I've had since freshman year. Do I look like I have New Balances? Right. And she was like, never mind. And I was like, okay. And then Mike gives me these shoes. They're half a size too small. That's not on him. But he gives me these shoes, and they're nice. They're nice looking, and I'm like, they're not my style, though. Like, I don't really, like, love them. Like, I'm not gonna wear them. And, like, you can see my shoe rack. It's right in front of us. Mm-hmm. It's filled with Vans and boots. And it was, like, an athletic brand. And I was like, they're cool. And thing is, I have this method that once my clothes are no longer to my liking, or not even to my liking, but more so I want to move them on from my life, I start retiring them for work. So like yeah. Pants and shoes. Like once I don't like them anymore.
I do that with shirts because I have an outfit that I have to wear for work, so I have my uniform already. But then under my like the scrub on top, I usually put whatever random shirt on, and then sometimes it's like, well, that's a good shirt, so I won't use that one. Same. But now, like, I've gotten to that point too where I'm just like, okay, well, this one's retired now, so it'll go underneath. It's fine.
Exactly, that's what I do. And those shoes were gifted to me like last year. And I was like, I haven't even worn them once. Not even looked at them as a possibility. And I was like, let me retire them. So I'm over here, posted up at work. You know, I said I worked at a restaurant. That was fine. And then my coworker comes in and she's like, girl, new shoes? And I was like, Yeah. She's like, why are you wearing $200 shoes in this restaurant, bro? And I was like, I'm sorry. And she was like, I don't even remember what they're called. Cloud Ones, One Clouds.
Oh, On Cloud.
Oh, maybe it was that.
I have a pair of those too, but I have a difficult time.
Exactly. Exactly. And I was like, and like, I'm not rich by any means. I don't have money to be like wasting $200 shoes as if they were nothing.
Yeah.
But I was like, they're ugly though. I'm not gonna wear them outside. And she was like, take those shoes off right now. And I was like, so you want me to be barefoot? She's like, put some bags around them. I don't know. And I was like, they're still ugly. And she was like, girl, do you want to know the price? She shows me the price and I'm like, yeah, it looks like they're expensive, but I don't like them. I'm not gonna go home and put them on my shoe rack and act like I'm gonna wear them this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, and it typically doesn't fit my style. And she's like, so you don't wear like athletic wear out and about? And I was like, do I look athletic to you? Do I look like I wear athletic wear out and about? No.
No.
And she was like, girl, sell them. And I was like,
sell them?
But, and she was like, just take those shoes out of the greasy floor. And I was like, man, I fear I don't care. Anyway.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit before too, but I have a pair of them too because I was like, oh, like they'll be good for work.
Mm-hmm.
And but then even for my issue is because I bought a new pair as well, separate times, not like close together. I bought a new pair of shoes, but then they add too much height to me, and then I'm making like too much eye contact with people, or like I can see them more. So I still stick to my older shoes that don't do that. But yeah,
they add a lot of height.
Yeah, that's what, because I have a pair of On Clouds, and then I bought a new pair too of some random like Nike shoes because I was like, my old ones, like they're like hurting a lot now, but I don't know if it's just a shoe or what. And so I bought a new pair because I was looking on Google and I was like, what's the best shoe to be standing on all day?
Yeah. And
that was one of the recommended ones. So I was like, okay, well, I'll see if it works. And then I bought them, and then I took them to work. I was like, why am I taller? And I wore them a few times, but I'll randomly wear them every once in a while, but
man, just give me my scrappy ass Vans, please.
Exactly.
Like, I'm good.
Because even like that reminded me, like when I did get the On Clouds, I was like, oh, when I go to the gym, I'll wear them. But even to the gym, I can't even wear them because I'm like, they just look, I'm pretty sure they don't, but in my eyes they look goofy on me.
We talked about that
too. And then I'm like, it looks weird, and then I switch them out to the Vans. So
yeah, I gifted those shoes away that same night. I asked her what her shoe size was, and I was like, okay, so you're a 9 and these are 7.5. What's your sister's shoe size? It was a 7. And I was like, does she want them? And then she texted her and she was like, how much? And I was like, well, I don't want them. She can just have them. And she's like, she said she come into the restaurant to try them on. And I'm like, she can't take them away from my feet right now. I'm not going home barefoot.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is, she got the shoes by the morning. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have pairs too. Like, I don't know. There's some other pairs. Like, I have a lot of shoes, but I have 2 pairs that I wear.
Same.
And 3 if you include my work shoes, but
they're work shoes. They don't count.
They're work shoes. They don't count. But yeah, it's literally the same thing. I can never find an outfit that looks right with them. And then when I do, because sometimes I bounce off like, oh, this is what my brother would wear, or this is like what brother-in-law or whatever, whoever it is, like, and style them that way. Mm-hmm. I was like, I can see them wearing this outfit.
Yeah, I get it.
I can't see myself wearing it though.
I swear to you, I get it.
So it makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I always go back to the Vans. That I did start wearing the new pair that I bought for work, outside of work, to see if I could start using them more. But it's because the platform is like bigger than a van's, then it causes an inconvenience while I'm driving because
you're not used to it.
Yeah. So, but I've tried, but it just goes back to vans.
I fear that you choose your style when you're a child and you stick to it until you die.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Well, I don't even know though, because when I was younger and even in like high school, I was wearing like tennis shoes. It was more a little bit later when I started getting into Vans, but I guess once you get to Vans, that's it.
Yeah, honestly, 'cause I remember wearing Vans in middle school, and that's been my chosen shoe since.
Really?
Since
we talked about it that one time. I bought in 3 pairs of white Vans. I'm still yet to buy another one because they get dirty, and then the white Vans are hard to clean because as soon as you throw water on them, they turn yellow.
Love Daniel, but we had a guy called Daniel in our school, and the second that Daniel trend came around, he started wearing his white Vans to school.
Yeah, so
that was random, but I just
so yeah.
If you relate, let us know, or if anything was interesting, let us know. And if you hated us, let us know too.
Yeah, I guess you can just drop a comment. It'll still help.
But
if you do want to support us, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Let's Get Tipsy Podcast.
And Twitter and YouTube at Let's Get Tipsy Pod.
Yes.
You can follow Fernando's personal at
Fernando M643 on Instagram, and
Lovely Priscilla with 2 Y's on Instagram as well.
And we say this every time, but it is just down there, link down below. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, consider giving a like and subscribe.
You should totally subscribe. That's totally fun.
People say it all the time, but it's free. Like,
and
you
like,
can just click
how
it.
does that hurt you? Like, just go down there and just subscribe. Yeah. What?
Exactly. And then if it's in your feed, just like if you don't want to watch it, just like scroll it that day, but come back.
Exactly. Man, on your drives, I know we get long-winded sometimes, but like, just pretend you're in the conversation with
background noise. Yeah.
Yeah, background noise.
Anyways, this was this week's episode. So hopefully you enjoyed. Don't drink and drive. Drive responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
Oh, drink responsibly.
And have a great week.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Maybe.
Bye.
Bye.